Vanga was very afraid of these demons according to the zodiac sign. Did you know that even Vanga, a woman who was called a conduit of secret knowledge, openly admitted that there are forces that make the soul tremble? These demons did not come from myths and did not hide in the shadows. They lived inside people born under certain signs of the zodiac. Their energy could be destructive, their influence all-consuming. It was them that Vanga feared most, because the power of these signs could overturn the destinies of entire generations. Today, I will tell you who these chosen and dangerous signs are, whose dark side strikes fear into even the strongest. This knowledge will allow you to see what is hidden behind the mask and understand how close such forces may be to you. Subscribe to the channel right now. Here you will discover secrets that are rarely spoken aloud. Write in the comments whether you feel this power within yourself or have encountered it in others. This video is the key to understanding what Vanga called the most dangerous demons among people. The first sign is Libra. Vanga's fear of demons associated with Libra was always special. This was not about banal darkness, but about entities that knew how to destroy balance. Their power manifested itself in upsetting the balance where it seemed unbreakable. The demons of Libra did not appear openly. They did not challenge you head-on. Their weapons were silence and substitution. When everything looked right and beautiful, that was when the most terrible thing began. The real threat was hidden under an invisible mask. Their breath was like a light breeze that barely touched the face, but it was this breeze that broke the rods inside. They did not strike with fury, they undermined. Every step of the Libra demon was calculated, like the movement of a predator who knows that its prey is completely unaware of the trap. Vanga felt that such beings were more dangerous than any monster with fangs and claws, because they knew how to destroy from within. Libra has always been associated with the search for harmony, but the demon associated with this sign lived the opposite. Its nature was to turn harmony into chaos. It seemed to creep up on the strongest foundations, aligning everything so skillfully that a person began to think, "This is it, perfection." And at that very moment, a crack appeared. Small, invisible, but it spread so quickly that it destroyed everything around it. Vanga feared that no one could resist these entities. They did not come at night, they did not make scary sounds. They lived in words, in actions, in decisions. The demons of Libra could settle in the human mind and make a person destroy everything they had built. That was the most frightening thing. After all, it is impossible to run away from an enemy who speaks with your voice and thinks your thoughts. Such a threat was hidden, but that is precisely why it was so powerful. And everyone who encountered their influence understood that Vanga's fear was not in vain. The demon of Libra did not kill instantly. It created conditions under which the victim itself became the instrument of its own destruction. It was this sophisticated method that inspired fear. Outwardly, everything was in perfect order, but inside, there was complete decay. Vanga knew that such demons could not be defeated by force. They could only be recognized and prevented from penetrating inside. But who could resist when harmony itself turned out to be a deception? That is why her fear of them remained the strongest. The second sign is Aries. Vanga had a special horror of demons associated with Aries. There was no hidden game here. On the contrary, it was a force that burst out like a flame that could not be extinguished. The demons of Aries did not know the word stop. They attacked swiftly, burning everything around them, leaving no stone unturned. Their energy was a fury that knew no bounds. Their breath was like red-hot metal, and their footsteps sounded like hammer blows. They did not wait or lie in wait, they destroyed. This was precisely where the danger lay. People did not have time to realize what was happening because everything burned in a matter of moments. Vanga sensed them as an uncontrollable squall of force that bursts in and renders helpless anyone who stands in its way. Aries is always associated with straightforwardness and the desire to move forward. The demon of this sign took this quality to its extreme. Its essence is destruction through onslaught. No tricks, no slowing down. Only movement, only impact. Everything that stood in front of it turned to dust. And it was precisely in this destructive directness that the horror lay. Vanga feared that such entities could not be restrained. Any wall collapsed from a single blow. No defense could withstand it. The Aries demon lived on the power of attack, and the greater the resistance, the more powerful its onslaught became. It was not a fight, it was a beating. Just one touch of its energy, and aggression flared up inside a person, destroying both themselves and those around them. This type of threat was direct and crude, but that made it even more frightening. Because it was impossible to hide. It was possible to hide from the Libra demon, hoping to recognize the lie in time. But there was no shelter from the Aries demon. He was like a fire, like an explosion, like an avalanche. A force that asks no permission and knows no mercy. Vanga realized that it was precisely such demons that were capable of wiping out any achievements in a matter of minutes and leaving emptiness behind. They were not afraid of protection, they were not stopped by barriers. They went all the way, and the only way out was not to meet them face to face. That is why the fear of them was absolute. These demons did not know how to act subtly, but their destructive power made them much more dangerous. Vanga knew that if they broke free, no one would be able to stay out of it. They affect everything around them, turning space into scorched earth. The third sign is Sagittarius. The power of this sign gives birth to a demon feared even by those who could see into the darkest depths of human nature. There is a duality hidden in the character of Sagittarius. On the outside, sincerity, energy, and a desire to lead. But behind this mask lies an essence capable of destroying the foundations of others with frightening precision. The demon associated with Sagittarius feeds on a thirst for superiority. He is not satisfied with victory. He needs his opponent to feel completely powerless. His strength is expressed in words, blows to the most vulnerable point, and the ability to bring his opponent to a state where he himself refuses to fight. This demon enters a person's life through the pursuit of truth, but turns it into a weapon. He does not allow illusions to remain. He destroys them ruthlessly and quickly. Sagittarius is able to inspire trust and then use it against his interlocutor, exposing all his weaknesses. This is what made him a figure of fear. With him, it was impossible to hide behind a facade or cover up with lies. Those who fell under his blow felt exposed before a force that knew no mercy. The influence of this demon intensifies when it becomes necessary to act in extreme conditions. He becomes the living embodiment of risk, breakthrough, and an obsessive desire to cross all boundaries. Many tried to resist this energy, but were overwhelmed. The fear of Sagittarius arose from the understanding that no amount of caution could save them from his inner blow. Where others had doubts, he saw a target and shot at it without hesitation. And if a person became the target, there was no escape. Sagittarius can be charming, his energy is contagious, but that is precisely where the danger lies. The demon hides behind a smile, behind ease of communication, behind the feeling that there is an ally nearby. But as soon as you show weakness, this force uses it, turning it into a weak link through which a person can be completely destroyed. The fear of this demon was not based on external aggression, but on its internal ability to reach the very core of a person's personality and change it forever. Sagittarius' inner fire never goes out, and it is this fire that makes his demon invincible. It burns away everything superfluous, destroys barriers, and leaves behind a void where hopes once were. The fourth sign is Virgo. Everything associated with this sign is subject to cold control, but it is this trait that gave rise to a demon that terrified even the most steadfast. Virgo always strives for order, and her demon turns this order into a weapon of torture. Its power lies in the details. It is able to notice the smallest mistakes and turn them into a ruthless weapon. Where others pass by, it stops and pulls out the weakness, emphasizing it so that it is impossible to look away. The Virgo demon is not loud or fierce. It is quiet, methodical, and endlessly patient. It is capable of waiting for hours, observing, analyzing, and choosing the moment when the enemy is most vulnerable. The danger is that the victim does not even notice how they fall under control. Every movement, every word gradually turns against them. This demon does not destroy abruptly. It does so slowly, building a system of pressure in which the person breaks down themselves, step by step. Virgo's strength lies in her ability to keep a cool head. But it is this very strength that makes her demon so threatening. He is able to act where others succumb to their emotions. No outburst of anger can shake him. He continues to act according to plan, like a machine, and this is what makes him almost invulnerable. The fear of this demon was linked to the impossibility of stopping him. He is like a machine that moves toward its goal and knows no fatigue. When Virgo directs his energy at a person, they feel their space shrinking. Mistakes can no longer be hidden. Every little thing turns against him. Even his own thoughts begin to seem unreliable, because the Virgo demon knows how to turn him against the person himself. This invisible grip destroys from within, depriving him of the strength to fight. Those who have encountered this energy understood that no mask can save them. Virgo sees everything, and therein lies the main threat. She doesn't just notice weaknesses, she turns them into weapons. The demon of this sign was terrifying because it acted without emotion, without pause, and without the right to salvation. The fifth sign is Pisces. The power of this sign gives birth to a demon that was feared for its unpredictability. Pisces can penetrate depths that others do not even dare to look into. Their demon feeds on illusions, but uses them not for beauty, but for destruction. It is capable of creating images that seem real, and then suddenly destroying them, leaving a person in complete chaos. This demon is frightening because it is impossible to predict. It does not act logically. It comes suddenly and disappears just as quickly. Pisces create a feeling of softness, but it is precisely in this softness that danger lies. It draws you in, depriving you of solid ground beneath your feet. The Pisces demon uses trust as its main tool. It inspires confidence, then turns everything upside down, leaving only emptiness. The danger lies in the depth of its impact. Pisces is capable of penetrating a person's emotional core, seeing their hidden fears and using them against them. Where others encounter superficial reactions, this demon penetrates to the very core. It can evoke memories, awaken forgotten weaknesses, and turn them into shackles. The fear of this demon was that it was impossible to defend against it using the usual methods. No amount of willpower helps, because it acts through the subconscious. It does not attack directly, it destroys from within, turning confidence into doubt, joy into anxiety, closeness into cold distance. Pisces know how to be charming, but it is in this trait that the threat lies. Their energy gently envelops and relaxes, and at that moment, the demon strikes. It is not loud or fierce, but its impact is irreversible. After encountering it, a person can no longer return to their previous state. An emptiness remains inside that cannot be filled with anything. Those who underestimated Pisces, believing that their gentleness hid weakness, encountered this demon. But this was the greatest mistake. Its strength lies precisely in the fact that it acts secretly, without warning, and the result is always unexpected and irreversible.